Now, has the ATR period now reset? Let me just have a quick check. Oh, it has. Right, we have to do some research. Now, just a reminder, and I know I've reminded you of this a lot, there is a lot of changes coming in terms of aero changes for the coming year. Now, the big thing being hit is side pods. We've actually already done a lot of research in side pods. It's like 13% to 44%. When you compare that with some other areas like brake cooling where, you know, it's getting reduced, but we've not done as much research, we're a little way off. I guess the question is, do I want to put some work into the rear wing, which we've not touched yet, and side pods, is that the play? I'm thinking I might go for side pods and rear wing and just do 2 big batches of research. Does that make the most sense, do we think? I think that might be the plan. Do I put 2.1 into the side pods and then 1.1 hours into 3 other parts? I think that might be the play. And I think I'm going to put more wind tunnel time this time around into the wind tunnel as well. Of course, just a reminder, these sliders have actually been updated now. This is big. These sliders have been upgraded, so we can actually go for some mad things. I think I'm going to go with optimized aero. I think that's the plan. And as a reminder, having one engineer on things actually gives you a bigger gain than having multiple, because F1 manager logic. The reason you get more of a benefit is because one researcher takes longer to research things. So because the game goes, you're researching for longer, therefore you'll get more upgrades. Makes no sense. I'm going to go with high-speed performance as well, because some of the tracks at the start of the year are more high-speed orientated. Is it 2 more? Oh, in that case, I'm less worried. I've done so much research, haven't I? Christ on a bendy bus. I've done more research in F1 Manager than I did for my own thesis when I was at university. And that is saying something. Verstappen didn't have a very good lap there, did he? I assume he got blocked somewhere. Pacher, I think he might have just been blocked by Tsunoda. I'm pretty sure that Yuki just locked up in front of Pacher here. Yeah, he did. And then Pacher has to lift. Oh, that sucks. Tsunoda, it's an inside job. He locked up on purpose. It was sabotage. Now, do I want to put on a fresh set of softs with Pacher here? Do I have to? I feel like I probably need to here, to be honest. I don't love it, but he's going to have to use an extra set of tyres here just to be safe. Albon goes green through sector 1. That's good. Is Pacher going to improve? He's not. That is slightly concerning. We'll stick through here with Pacher. He's the man in danger. He's got to go quicker. I feel like I've given Teo everything I could to be faster here. Did Pacher get held up? Is that what happened? Oh, yeah, he did. He lost like 1.2 seconds in the first sector. Oh, God, chat. Teo's probably out. Teo's probably out. Nobody liked that. Oh, my. Is that Yuki? Is that Yuki? If it's Yuki, I'm going to be fuming. It's not. It's actually Yuki Tsunoda, isn't it? It's actually pissing Yuki Tsunoda. Little gremlin in that chicane again, mudding us. I'm fuming. That is concerning. Maloney's on his flying lap, so's Mick. We'll follow this for the believers. Are they going quicker, either of them? Mick was slower through the first sector. Maloney improved. Zane will finish his lap first. Is he going to bring the believers some pain? I probably should actually check as well. But is Bottas on an... Hauger's on an in-lap. Bottas is on a flying lap. So's Ocon. Where's Bottas? Bottas is about to cross the line. Is he about to demote us? No. Ocon is the one driver we have to be fearful of. Maloney crosses the line. Doesn't improve. Does not improve. Mick Schumacher believers. Pump your fist in the air. Zane has failed you. I'm now looking at Esteban Ocon, who is on a push lap here, by the way. Hoping that he's not going to improve enough and Pacher might just sneak through. There is traffic as well here for Ocon to contend with. He's gone slower through both sectors. I'm not going to get carried away just yet, but he has got a second to make up here, Ocon. I can only assume he's been blocked awfully. Bechet might be about to be a very, very lucky man. Ocon starts at the back of the grid. Our big rivals Mercedes with one driver out in the first session. Bechet lives by the skin of his teeth. Wow. Our drivers are fairly bunched here. Bechet is going to get a lovely tow off Albon through the lap. Obviously, it'll come into its own mostly in the final sector. These are the laps that are going to matter for our drivers. Bechet's gone strong so far. Albon needs to improve. Danny Rick is flying. De Vries struggling to extract pace from the Haas. Of course, Perez, the lone driver right now for Mercedes. He is going to be crossing the line late on here when it comes to setting his lap time. Why doesn't Stroll have a time? There's a weird bug where when drivers are on their out laps, instead of saying out lap, they just goes blank. Oh, are you kidding me? Who is this? Kevin! Kevin, you absolute knobhead! What's he doing?
Check the flag.
For Albon lost 4 seconds, well, 3 seconds to Verstappen's fastest lap time. I hate Kevin. I hate Kevin. I mean, Bechet's through, but at what cost? The only thing that would cheer me up here is if Perez doesn't make it through, but he's gone green through both sectors. I mean, Perez might be about to knock Leclerc out. Perez is going to cross the line here. Is he going to improve? You'd imagine he will. Whew, barely. Charles Leclerc out in Q2. Okay, fresh tyres. Bechet is going to have a wild Lando Norris directly behind him. So you know what? We'll just watch Bechet's lap from Lando's POV. I feel like we are just going to be giving Norris a mega tow through the whole lap. But any improvement for us would be good. It is crazy, actually, how close the front 5 are here. Please don't try and make an overtake. If you try and overtake me, both our laps will be ruined. Bechet does improve through the first sector. Want to be ahead of Perez at the very least. Is Perez on an in-lap here? Yeah, Perez is not improving. So if the driver's out here, Tsunoda's on an in-lap, Zhou's on an in-lap, so's Perez. Faster through sector 2 as well. This is where I'm concerned. I'm just giving the McLaren a massive advantage, although McLaren did actually go slower through that sector behind us. Can Bechet climb his way up? Green sectors are good. They might not be enough here, though. We need some big climbing. Are we going to get it? No. We are ahead of Sainz for now. Who... Is he getting blocked here? He doesn't look like he's going quick, but I think he is going quick. He is going quick. We're about to start 9th, aren't we? I mean, it's very close. Danny Rick has pole. Sorry, Danny Rick has pole. He could even go quicker. He's not going to go quicker. Danny Rick has got pole. Albon got pole at the last race. Suddenly that achievement doesn't seem as impressive, does it? SD Bestie, starting in last. Just a reminder. Starting in last. Our big rivals for 3rd in the championship. Separated by less than 10 points from them right now. Let's see what we can do. Bechet is starting 9th. Albon starting alongside De Vries, who is starting on the mediums. There is a real mix of strategies here, which is interesting. A crazy mix of strategies, actually. Perez and Leclerc battling it out on mediums in front of Albon here. Loads of medium runners around Albon as well. Bechet, by comparison, plenty of soft runners ahead. Zhou on hard tyres. Danny Rick starting on the mediums. How long will he be able to keep Verstappen behind him? That is perhaps the biggest question of all. Yeah, Zhou on the hards could be a big benefit for Danny Rick if he keeps everyone behind. I'm a bit annoyed that De Vries has got past us, but I have to remind myself, the Haas is also on pole. So clearly the car does have some pace, and it is just De Vries being slow at it in quali. Kevin got past Albon. When did this happen? What happened here?
To take a look here. Along the straight here.
I hate Kevin Magnussen. He is the reason we're back here. I hate him. I don't want to watch it. So Reese is not going to be able to make a move. Albon might be able to make a move here on Perez, which would be nice if we could make it happen against our rivals in the championship. I'm not enjoying this, Alexander. Alexander, what are we doing? Yellow flag. Yellow flag. Someone's had a moment. Was it Danny Rick? He looked like he lost a lot of time there suddenly. Danny Rick ran wide. Danny!
Follow the action now at turn 7. And they just can't keep on the track. And you really can't do.
It's less than ideal. I'm looking at this thinking that it might be worth an undercut here if people can't get past Zhou. Sonoda has now managed to make it past, but with a fair few medium and hard runners at the front limiting the pace of the softs, just getting into the pits early might be a play. I'm going to go lap 10 with Albon. I think lap 11 with Pacher. It's a bit of a gamble. If a safety car happens, it absolutely muds me. But this is a big train, which I don't see vanishing anytime soon. Oh my God, Alexander Albon, you've just made me lay an egg. And not the kind of egg that you might be thinking of at home, kids. Oh, maybe it is that kind that you're thinking of. Oh my word, I mean, the brakes are good. The brakes work, as someone's pointed out. I'm fine. Pacher is not keeping up with this pack, is he? Right. Good stop here, please, for the Ultras. It's not a great time. That is not a good time. Actually, that's a particularly poor time. But the pit stop error chance was around 40% this race. Who are we coming out behind? We're coming out behind Maloney. Fresh soft's going to push them hard. So Albon in 19th. Pacher in 10th. There's so many guys in this train in front. Pacher's going to pit next lap. Oh my word, Albon's already cut up to the back of Hauger here. Could we get another one done on this lap? It's the only DRS zone on this track. The Sauber is on softs. They have no chance on those used softs. We're flying. Let him cook. Okay, we are pitting this lap. We push these softs very hard compared to those around us. I think a lot of the other soft runners might be going soft hards by how much they nursed their tyres versus us and Mick. Very interested to see if Pacher comes out ahead of Albon. Well, not necessarily Albon, but the traffic Albon was dealing with. Oh, it's a slowish stop. It's not a disastrous slow stop, though. And Mick has now come into the pits as well for a set of mediums. Okay. Is that Maloney? No, that's Hauger. We've got Dennis Hauger to get past. But that shouldn't be a problem based on what we saw with Albon. So, Russell, Norris, Sainz. They are the guys to keep an eye out on here because they are the next runners likely to come into the pits. And speaking of which, Georgie Russell is in. Is it another set of softs? Is it a set of mediums? It's another set of softs. So they are pretty much on the same strategy as us, but with less tyre management. There's now been a yellow flag thrown down. There's a VSC. And it is... Who is it out? It might be Maloney. Zane has hit the wall.
Has he got out?
Sainz managed to get into the pits as well. Oh, it's Mick! It's Mick! What happened?
The car makes contact. And they'll definitely be facing a few questions from the team after that.
That is not great for us in terms of safety car times, but I don't know how much some of these other runners are going to be able to benefit from it. Albon has come out ahead. Pacher has come out behind Sainz, but not by a significant amount, actually. So Albon has got the undercut done on Sainz, who's on mediums for this next stint. Russell came into the pits for softs. So Russell's going soft, medium. Sainz is now put on the mediums. I think it's too soon for these medium runners to pit. unless they're putting on a set of softs. If they were planning on going medium hards, they're in trouble. We'll keep an eye on here. I expect Verstappen will pit. He doesn't pit. Interesting. Stroll is going to pit from mediums. Are they putting him on hards to the end or a set of softs? It's going to be a set of softs. You know how I said earlier, mediums for Norris. You know how I said earlier, a safety car after our early pit stops would be the worst case scenario? It happened, didn't it? So Pacheco's in 14th, Albon's in 13th. Both our drivers now are just going to be racing their own races for a little bit. We are starting to lose time. There's a yellow flag. Magnussen's off. Kevin's off. Kevin, why couldn't you have activated a VSC? I ordered it in French, Kevin. You're driving for the French team. You are meant to go.
We're making progress.
Yeah, we're making progress. You've overtaken a car that wasn't moving on track. Well done, Albon. I'm really proud of you there, mate. Okay, so we're going to be going on to mediums here to the end. Now, because of the fact I went for that undercut strategy, there's some other guys who have gone soft who are going to come on mediums late. They're going to have more pace. Which is... it's just a big shame, really. What's the biggest animal I could beat in a fight? Your mum. Albon. Onto the mediums we go. Good stop. Decent enough. Not held up Teo for his stop, which is the main thing. Very consistent. 0.1, not even 0.1, 0.001 between our pit stop times there. Within 1,000. Where does that put us in the DHL standings? 4th and 5th. Everyone liked that.
1 hour later.
Yes.
Okay. Fuel is now in a problem area. Norris is down at 21%. He's got 1.5 laps left. We're still fighting for 11th here. Like, our life depends on it. The reality is this may not be worth anything. Unless Norris has a puncture or loses even more time. Oh, I'm so stressed. We're praying now to the F1 manager gods for a Norris puncture. Gap to Danny Rick, 2.5 seconds. We are catching him, but not fast enough. It's the last lap of the Grand Prix. It is the final lap. Max Verstappen is probably going to take it. All eyes are on Lando Norris. There is a big train of cars behind him. All trying to get by Lando, who's going very slowly. Sainz is still behind us. Yes. Hold on, Alex. Hold on. I love it from your son. Norris is at 19%. Can you please have a puncture, mate? Dear F1 manager gods, please give Norris a puncture. Thank you. Max wins a Grand Prix. Pretend you're surprised. Norris is going to come home. He is going to limp to the line. We are really catching up to Danny Rick here. One more lap and we might have been able to get him. But I've been managing everything of ours. There is Danny Rick. There he is. I can see him. I can smell him. But it's not enough. It's a mega drive by Albon. Give him some respect for that. Pacher is hopefully going to hold off Kevin Magnussen here. Didn't realise Kevin had managed to get this close. We should get across the line. Excess charge in the bank.
Yeah, nice work.
11th and 13th. We lost a singular point by taking that gamble that backfired due to the safety car. Lando has managed to get home at 17% wear, and I'm fuming. I'm fuming. Driver standings, no changes for us. Good news for us here in the constructors. No points for Mercedes. Some decent points for Aston Martin. Some decent points for McLaren as well. But if we're not going to score any points, to see Merck not score any as well is very, very nice. In the DHL standings, we were at 1 point 5th and 6th. We get 2 points for the 9th fastest stop. And with that, we're down to 5th. I'll tell you what, the title battle, well, not the title battle, the battle for second in the DHL Ultra standings, very, very intense. I am scouting some other drivers further up the grid here, like Gasly and Russell. But the more I'm looking at drivers, the more I'm thinking we stick with Albon, to be honest. I feel like everyone gets Lando. And do I want to join the Lando posse? You know, that's what I'm wondering. And he's got 100 control. But when you compare him with Alexander Albon, is he better? Yeah, he is definitely better. But average aggression. I like aggressive drivers. I like angry drivers, you know. He's too friendly. He's too pally. And also, he does have a silly haircut. Good observation, chat. Given all the traffic in Q1, I know it's going to be less busy with only 15 cars this session. I feel like getting a nice early time like this on fresh tyres is probably in our interest. Albon faster than Teo by probably close to half a second here when they cross the line. Okay, 3 temps. Still not great.
Yeah.
But I did think getting into Q3 would be a stretch. Okay, we are going to be facing a little bit of traffic here. The good news is, so far on this lap, the cars are getting out of the way. I feel like we're probably best on going on board with Albon here. There is a Ferrari and I think it's a Red Bull. Might be the Renault car, actually, up the road here. Not sure if we'll even catch them, because I think they might even be on push laps themselves. Both drivers yellow through Sector 1. Not what you want to see. Not what you want to see. Hopefully they are going to improve here. What's a AA or AAA game? It's a term that's loosely used. It's not really a strict definition, but it's usually down to the budget and scope of a game. A AAA game is your big blockbuster hits, whereas a AA game is, you know, a more niche game, but one that still has an audience and a significant bit of backing. So Football Manager is probably like a AA game, whereas a AAA game, you're talking, you know, your bigger budgets, kind of once every 3 to 6 year developed games.
Currently P9.
Not good. Bechet did improve in the second sector. It did improve his overall time. The Renault haven't been quick, so maybe we hold on ahead of them. In fact, Renault have done. Is Danny Rick on an in-lap? Danny Rick's on his flying lap. Gasly is apparently on a flying lap, but he is not going quick. Ocon's on an in-lap. Is Ocon even going to get out again in time? I think Ocon's day's done. Ocon will not have time to go out again. So Ocon is definitely out. So that's definitely one Mercedes both our cars are going to be in front of. It's going to be close. Gasly crosses the line. Can't improve enough. It is all on Bottas and Magnussen to knock down our drivers. K-Mag is, well, he's barely on his lap. Bottas is going to cross the line here. Is Bottas improving? He did go faster through the first sector. He's got lots of clean air as well. I'm starting to believe that both our drivers can make it through to Q3, which, to be honest, would be a bit of a miracle based on what we've seen this weekend. And we would have done it whilst managing the tyres well. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because Bottas is going quicker. He could knock out Bechet realistically here. Bottas is going to cross the line. He does knock out Bechet. Now all eyes on Kevin Magnussen. Kevin Magnussen is going quicker. We are guaranteed to have a car in Q3. So I guess at this point, this really doesn't matter as much, does it? Magnussen is going to cross the line. He knocks Bechet down one spot further, but Albon gets 9th. That's what we want. The believers are loving it. And yeah, I feel like a race in Germany. Whether or not that would be Hockenheim, I just feel like F1 in Germany, it just feels good. It's tricky, right? Because with F1 now, obviously, we're getting to a point where you can't really add many more races to the calendar. I mean, I'm curious now, what would you guys think if F1 kind of operated on a basis where there are some tracks that are done every other year? I feel like that's something that maybe circuits wouldn't want to sign up for. People would want to be on it every year or not at all. But I feel like that might be the compromise that ends up happening in the next kind of 5 to 10 years. I feel like it'd add a lot of variety, right? And I feel like sometimes that's nice. Maybe I'm saying this because we're obviously doing Qatar every other year. Albon's not improving here, by the way. It's because we've done Qatar is it 2019 or 2020 that Qatar was done, and we're back like a couple of years later now. I feel like it's just nice. Is it 2021? Don't say that. It feels so much longer ago than that. Albon did not improve. The tyres were used anyway. Is Perez on a lap here? Perez is on a lap.
Keep focus on the brakes on the right if you can.
Copy.
I feel like he's in a good spot. He's probably going to go quicker than us. We're definitely going to be at 9th or higher because Bottas went slower. Perez is the one who could be a problem for us. But looking at it, he's got a very, very clean track in front of him. So I'm expecting him to improve. He is improving. We are almost certainly here about to drop down a spot. But to be honest, it's about where I thought we'd be. Perez goes up to 4th. That's not what we want to see. Ocon has been absolutely trounced by Perez, I feel like, in their head-to-head between their drivers. Perez is up in 6th. Ocon is down in 9th. It's like the difference between Albon and Pacher, except Ocon isn't a rookie. Okay, Albon 9th, Pacher 12th. We've got 2 fresh sets of softs for both drivers. I feel like our race pace just isn't there, and so getting past cars on fresh tyres is going to be difficult. I mean, it's difficult to overtake here anyway. Now, I've split strategies the last few races, and to be honest, I've kind of split strategies with 2 different gambles. So I think today, rather than 2 different gambles, I'm just going to do one strategy, which I think is the best for our car, which is probably the medium hard, but with a view that if there is a late safety car, we slap on softs, and if there's an earlier safety car, we'd switch to a medium soft. Right, shall we get into Singapore? This is a weird race. This is the kind of race where I think if we want to benefit massively, we need some safety cars at just the right time.
We're just moments away.
Starting 9th and, was it 12th? It's not great. It's not great. But weird things can happen at Singapore.
And away we go.
Had perhaps one of the most famous Turn 1 incidents in a recent F1 memory. Wouldn't mind a Turn 1 incident not involving me here. We've not really seen as many of them as I feel like was advertised when this game was on the cusp of coming out. I want more crashes. I think what will ultimately happen with the 11th team in F1 will be that someone like Andretti, they'll be forced into some conditions which, because they're backing, they can afford, but not many other teams ever could. And that will set a new precedent.
Nice.
Albon and Bottas here are battling away, and I don't know if I'm enjoying it necessarily. Bottas has still got the line here as well. What tyres are people on? Okay, there's loads of medium runners around us. Pacher's got soft runners around him as well.
Pushing.
This battle is still going on. Bottas is actually going to get the number on us. No DRS, of course, for 2 laps. So the soft runners are pretty much guaranteed to be 2 stopping. All the medium runners are doing 1 stops. It's interesting how many soft runners are starting at the back, whereas there are medium runners at the front. That probably works out pretty well for our drivers. I feel like Ocon is going to just get past us here, right? At least our tyres are cooling. Bottas is losing a lot of time on the guys in front, although he's pushing his mediums hard, at least compared to us. We're going to massage our tyres. We're going to make love to our tyres. That sounded weird, didn't it? Why am I weird? Why am I not normal? Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they've not updated any of the car chassis. I was kind of half expecting that to happen at some point and break everything.
Anything can happen.
Magnussen's got past here, but he's on the soft tyres. We've got Danny Rick on mediums behind us. He's probably offering Pacher a little bit of protection here, which I do appreciate. But as soon as Danny Rick has Norris get by him, we're going to be in a bit of trouble, I think. How is Andretti any worse than Haas? It's not about them being worse than Haas, though. It's about the financial implications for the 10 teams currently on the grid. The prize money gets split an extra way.
Keep pushing.
There is a buy-in that Andretti have to pay. I think it's around 200 million. I think it's 200 million euros. It could be pounds or dollars. There's a significant sum of money you have to pay as an entry fee that is then split between all the teams, but that alone isn't like buying your way in. The teams still have to approve it prior to that. And I think what probably ends up happening is they pay more than that and get in. The good thing about some of these soft runners passing us is we get DRS off them for a little bit to give me a little bit of a speed boost. So Danny Rick is behind us on mediums here. The cars that have passed us are all soft runners, so it's not too disastrous because they're on a very different strategy to us.
No point even trying to defend these positions.
I will just tell Teo not to fight your teammate. I'm actually going to go back into top up here. This is now a chill out period for us. So we are losing time to those at the front. Compared to the soft runners, lapping around the same as Gasly and Ocon on their softs. Well, see, they're going for a 2-stop, but they've got to make up a lot of ground and then get the overtake done later. Oh, Teo.
If you've got any pace
Teo, you can go top up now. Let Albon by. Let Let Albon. Good lad. Now you sit behind him for a little bit. Just save your tyres and save your battery. It's teamwork to make the dream work. And for everyone saying, Albon's quicker, we're now going to see if he's actually quicker. Yeah, there are some people massaging the softs. There are some people not massaging the softs. I actually wonder if Gasly and Ocon are going for a one-stopper soft hards. Okay, soft runners pitting. Gasly's wear already wasn't that bad, but they're still pitting him early. It's going to be a set of mediums, right, or another set of softs? Have they got hards for Gasly? Mediums for Stroll. Gasly is going on to hards. He can't be doing hards to the end from here. He must be going soft, hard, soft. And Stroll's probably going soft, medium, soft. I mean, there is just a big train behind us that Stroll is going to have to try and get through. Danny Rick is behind us. I don't like it. It's kind of fine.
We're happy to push.
The thing is, the Haas is a quick car. It got pole position at Suzuka. The Haas is definitely quicker than us.
Yeah, it's just not possible.
I know it's not possible, Poppet. I know.
Pushing.
I know. He is pushed past us there. We'll use him. We'll get a toe off him. It's fine. This has been one of the F1 races of all time, hasn't it? So thus far. Is Leclerc pitting? No, he's still out on his softs. Is Magnussen going to pit? Kevin? What are you thinking, Kevin? Ocon's in the pits on less one softs. Kevin's staying out. What tire is Ocon going on to? Mediums. Yes, they're two-stopping. Unless there's safety cars, the two-stoppers are looking like in a rough spot.
As soon as I try to race anyone, I just have no shot.
Oh, no, mate. Oh, no. I've heard it a lot from you. Okay, Verstappen's going medium soft. So he's going medium soft soft. So Max's strategy in medium soft soft is one that I would pivot to if there's a safety car between now and probably lap 27. Verstappen has still come out ahead of us on his softs. That's just painful to see. I mean, we know that our strategy is one that is kind of... we're probably going to get good track position and lose it at the end. It's going to be really depressing, like watching, I don't know, sand fall through your fingers. Leclerc's gone on to hards. Probably not to the end. I'm surprised they've gone soft hard. Hauger's at 28% as well. I didn't even spot that. Norris and De Vries pitting as well. They didn't manage to get past us before they pitted. So that's pretty good. Gasly's just putting a fastest lap of the race on hards. What tyres is it for Norris? Mediums. He's two-stopping. It's a two-stopper as well for De Vries. Hauger's in the pits as well. So everyone else is pitting. Bichet's thinking about having a go on Leclerc. I love it. You know what, Taylor? Just keep up with him. If we could just get a nice little toe. I'm going to tell Albon not to fight his teammate. I love the fact that because Albon's just been sat behind Teo, not overtaking him, very low confidence. Teo's loving life. They're literally one place apart, but because of how the confidence system works, Teo is having the time of his life. Albon is just sad. I don't think we've even got DRS here. No, we've not even got DRS. Bye, Leclerc. Bye, Charles. Have a lovely life.
Increase, lift the coast.
Okay, a safety car now would be the dream. A safety car now, put on some softs and go for a soft strategy. Perez and Russell are in. I feel like all these guys pitting so soon. I think we might be the only team doing a one-stopper. That's softs. That's mediums. If we're the only team doing a one-stopper, that could potentially be really good. Hey, Jack, missed anything important during this race? No. No. Oh, pit stop error for Perez. Everyone like that. That's good for us because we are racing Mercedes in the standings. I mean, this has kind of gone as well as we could have hoped for because all the teams going for a two-stopper would have been hoping for a safety car. It's now too soon for most people to pit. Danny Rick and Bottas, the only two other two cars not to pit yet. There is a train behind us, but that's fine. I love trains. I am still hoping for a safety car in the next 3 laps. I mean, look, we're getting everyone close together now. We're doing a service. To the people wanting DNFs out there. If I go to a hard strategy, I'm not going to catch the back of this pack anyway. And then a safety car might happen and everyone switches to softs. Whereas at least if I go on to softs, we can just try and stretch our legs. It's probably too late to go for the softs, but I think if I stick with what we're currently doing, we're not going to improve. That's kind of the reality of the situation. I just feel like we're losing so much pace here, and when everyone's on a different set of tyres and we're on the hards, it will just happen again. Now, you know what? I am gonna go on the softs. Because I think no matter what happens, we're going to end up towards the back of the pack, having to make our way through. With the hards, I think we just get undercut by a lot of people. I've missed the pit stop, by the way. Sorry to the ultras. I was thinking too hard. There was a good pit, to be fair. And we came out ahead of Hauger. Like, there is a lot of clean air now to be on softs on. Danny Rick's done the same thing on hards. Sorry, on softs. We tried a bold, brave strategy. It was too brave. It was too bold. NT, right, clap him in. Clap him in.
I think you can reduce lifting coast.
Clap him in. It's a lot of clapping. I mean, we're going to have to worry about our time management a lot less. I suppose that's the one thing to consider. It's handed Aston Martin third in the championship. I mean, that is a very over-the-top reaction to one race. I hate everything.
Sorry.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh my... Dennis, why are you doing this, mate? Why are you the way that you are, Dennis Hauger? Like... Your tyres are more worn. You're just using all your charge here like a little dickhead. You're not quicker than us. You're a slow little man. Learn your lane in life. It's the slow lane. Okay, we've got him out of us. There is a bit of a train here behind De Vries, who is on a set of softs that are quite worn. There's like a big train here that I think we are... Are we catching last lap times? We're doing 132s, 133s. They're actually doing kind of comparable times to us. Seems like a lot of teams are pushing these tyres hard, but with that, I imagine lots of these are going to be finishing the race on mediums or hards. Just because the guys who are currently on softs, like our softs are very marginal, making the end of the race without a safety car. I mean, we're lapping. We are catching the back of the pack, aren't we? Slowly but surely. I feel like this is a turtle and the hare kind of situation where we will catch them just towards the end when the tyre difference is bigger. Can I see anyone challenging next year in F1? I assume it's about Red Bull, challenging Red Bull here. There's a red flag.
Okay, so
De Vries has crashed. I can't believe it. Nick's out. Nick, you dingus. What happened? He's on his own. I think we go hards. I don't have mediums to put on. The only option I have is to stay out on my current set of softs or go on to hards. Oh! I think it's hards to the end. And then if there's a safety car, we go on to softs. Fresh softs won't last. I think hards is the only option I have. Hards with a view to then switch to... I mean, I could put Pachet. Pachet has got 2 fresh sets of softs, but I just think from 16th, it's going to be so difficult to make up that time. But then again, we're in 16th, so is it just worth a mad gamble? It might just be worth gambling with soft on Teo and hoping one of the strategies kind of works out. I don't think I have a better option than that. If there's another safety car as well, we can put both drivers on a fresh set of softs to end. Okay. Well, Albon and Pachet are going motor racing. What tyres is everyone on? Okay, loads of hard runners. Leclerc on mediums. Bottas is on softs. So Bottas is going to have to stop again as well. Now, the question here is, can Teo get past these hard runners on a fresh set of softs? I'd like to think he can. I'd like to think that Tay can get through a lot of these guys. And then chill. But yeah, our general strategy here basically is that I need to take a gamble. So we'll have one driver go on hards to the end. The issue with going on hards to the end is everyone else is on hards to the end. So there's not really much to gain with Albon. Obviously, I didn't know everyone would go on hards to the end except except Leclerc in front of us. But yeah, Bashir is going to go motor racing here. So a set of softs lasts at this circuit around 18 laps. Is that right? Yeah, 18 laps is a set of softs. We've got 2 fresh sets of softs here. And there is 26 laps left. We can hammer these tyres. I mean, we are quick here. Just need to actually get overtakes done. I'm going to deploy here because I want to try and get to the back of Russell if I can. And also, without ERS, I don't think I stay ahead of Perez here. We should pull ahead of him out this corner with our battery. But he is going to have DRS on us. Norris has got Albon. Nobody liked that. Albon's race is done.
Yep, copy.
The only time where Albon's race isn't done here is if there's a safety car and I do a different strategy to what people in front are doing. If there's a safety car and all the hard runners stayed out, I would pit for softs and try and charge from the back. If they all pitted, I'd stay on hards to be at the front. And the question is, can we get a go on Russell in this DRS zone? I need to make it through this pack quickly, but we all know Bashir's biggest weakness in this driving is his overtaking. Oh my god, Teo? Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. We should have the inside line for the next corner coming up here, so we should be able to get this move done. Good lads! Go on! It's a charge! Oh, Albon's been overtaken by that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can't go full kit wanker taking out the bins. You're absolutely right. Like, it's just not cricket. I've got Gasly next to us on hards here. And the only way I get past him is if I deploy out the corner. Oh, I have no charge now. Right, into top up we go. Making some moves, though, Teo. He's going to have to do it once, and then he's going to have to do it all again on another set of softs. It's quite depressing, really. Albon's got past Lando. They're battling for a contract. Maybe that's what's going on there. The annoying thing here is, obviously, Bashir is pushing really, really hard and doing great. He's going to have to pit again, and none of these guys are pitting again. If I was to pit now for softs, I could have them basically on standard push all the way to the end, which is why I'm happy to use up these ones a little bit more. Oh my god, get out of the way, Esteban! Okay. If I get past Magnussen, there's a bit of a chance to run in some clean air and cool the tyres. The Aston Martin, by the way, is quick with the upgrades they've got. I don't want to pit too soon here with Teo either, just because of the risk of a safety car. I wonder if these guys would pit on their hards if there was a safety car and go into softs. Be interesting. So many people had used up their medium tyres. It wasn't really an option for that. They had to go hards when the red flag happened, so they could still pit again. We managed to get the overtake done, but there is now DRS here for Gasly to come back at us. Although, I thought for a sec our flap opened. It didn't open. Need a good stop from the Ultras here, please. Right. We're going to have to make our way through all the traffic. But I'm going to try and spread out this group as much as I can now by pushing with Albon.
Can use the overtake. Copy.
Bashir. Oh, this is a long pit lane. How quick do we reckon the soft tyres are, chat? I've got my doubts. Not a quick stop either. Not a slow stop. All we need now is a good timed safety car. Safety car now. They all pit. I'm in P1 with slightly worn softs. That's the dream. Good news is Mercedes aren't scoring points. Bad news, Aston Martin are scoring points. Although their races are driving. Crash! That's very poor sportsmanship. It would shout crash. Right, time to get the move done, Teo.
Happy to
Albon, don't accelerate out the corner. Just block Lando. Just block Lando so Teo can go through. Oh, has it worked?
back up.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's going to work. I think I'm a genius. Albon, you're set to not race him. Good lad. Good lad. Round of applause. It's great. It's the best teamwork you'll see in Formula 1 all year. And Norris is still behind. Right, now you can get a toe off him. Obviously, don't fight your teammate, but now you can just get the DRS off him and go. Sensational team play. Right, 13 seconds to the next driver. Teo. Gonna be a struggle, I'll be honest, chap, but we'll see if he can make it. Elsewhere, by the way, Albon just dropping Lando Norris. And still getting DRS off his teammate. Everyone like that. Come on, crash! Crash, you cockwombles. Can't you do anything right? Oh, are you going to let him do that, Joe? Are you going to let him really do that? They're not going to crash, are they? Don't want to say I'm giving up hope, chat, of the crash, but I don't think it's happening. It's an NT from our team. Silver lining here. I was going to say Mercedes haven't scored many points. Mercedes have made up some places, annoyingly. Well done, Max. You've won. That is not good where Aston Martin are. It's not good where Mercedes are. The next race is Qatar, which is where they're racing in real life right now. So good timing. With that, Merc do go ahead of us. Aston Martin getting some significant points. I might have to start worrying about Aston Martin, you know. The board expectation is top 4, so I reckon I'll be sacked for 5th. I've not been bringing any upgrades to the car because I'm all in for next year, but imagine if I got sacked in spite of that. That'd be embarrassing, wouldn't it?